grappling and having a casual beer. Yeah, Captain fucking America, Steve Joachim, is on the broadcast right now, taking out, I don't know how to pronounce his last name either. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to do the credits so that we can get straight to the show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Grappling Hour. What is up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza, coming to you live. Yes, we are live right now. I know there's not usually an event on a Saturday night here on the UFC. However, on Fight Pass, there is Fury Grappling, and I am happy to tell you I will be here broadcasting live for that one. So don't go anywhere. Pull up a beer. I've got one. We'll go over that in a second. Our good friend Jay Budo is actually on the mic, except for right now because he's coaching Steve, who is a beast. And yes, I am still angry at Steve for not giving us a WWE BJJ video, but it is something that I am working to get over. He is coaching excellently right now. But if you're listening to the rest of the broadcast, Steve is very lucky to have somebody as good as Jay Budo giving him the instructions, but he has been killing it on the microphone. No disrespect to Din Thomas or John Morgan. I have nothing against those guys, but Jay has been a one-man machine doing both play, color, humor, and the stories and narratives that he's telling on the microphone thus far have been incredible. So I hope that you guys are watching along. If not, you can find it on Fight Pass right now. There's 3:32 left to go in this match. So we got a little bit of match left on this one. And I think we're going to end up going live on another broadcast. I just got to figure out how to do an Instagram live as well, now that I think about it, because that would be a good place to go live at the moment. But we'll figure that out as we go. So some of you might be wondering, Raph, what are you drinking? And I would say to you, I'm going to tell you in a second. That's how we do it. So we have a tradition here on the show, which is we do a cheers to those individuals who get finishes within regulation. So if a grappler by chance ends up getting a submission, we give them a nice little toast here. So we will figure out a way to do that as well. Right now, no submission yet, but that's not for lack of trying. From underneath, Steve Joachim is actually doing his best to get an arm crunch using his half guard to block the pass, and almost had an underhook here for a split second. He's trying to finagle his way into maybe getting into a guard. And Pirsha, I don't know how to say his name, other dude, he's doing an excellent job of trying to pass as well. So between the two of these things, excellent work all over the place. I'm making sure that we have the ability for if you do chime in, that I can see it. We can always bring in your comments into the live broadcast. And Peugeot was almost past, but now he's kind of trying to lace the legs to use them to maybe not even get a body lock pass, but to kind of inch his way up, loses that opportunity very quickly. So now he is inside of the guard. There is a butterfly guard here. It almost looks like that middle ground between half guard and, as some people like to call it, almost that 93 guard. Steve Joachim doing an excellent job of preventing it. You can tell from all the people that Steve has trained with over the years that it is not going to be the world's easiest guard to pass. So good luck to this gentleman. But he has been an excellent job of actually trying to maintain the pressure and put it on Steve. Steve is very difficult to get past, and he is wearing the LXB rash guard. So very pleased to see how he is going to do here tonight. I hope that you guys are enjoying your days. I hope that you've been watching some of our new stuff here at Grappling Hour. I don't know if you've seen. Steve's looking in on a footlock. It's not there yet, but he is trying to isolate. Now he has two legs here. He could potentially utilize that to his advantage. Pirsha is looking like he's on the defensive here. That might play a role if this does go to decision with 57 seconds left. It does seem like that is a major possibility. So again, if you guys were wondering where you could watch this is on Fight Pass right now. It is Fury Pro Grappling. It's been a surprisingly fun sort of card to watch. Ooh, Oof. Steve is in on a footlock, loses it in transition. 36 seconds left to go. I think that Steve is going to have to concede this. Now, Pierce had also had some success against Philip Rowe. I think they were mentioning on the broadcast that he had a win over him recently. So, as you may notice, I also have these headphones in just so that I can keep up and abreast on everything that is happening within the parameters of the fun stuff going on the broadcast, so that I can listen to them and I can keep you guys abreast of that. So we're also going to be watching some clips from the show. We've done some very fun things in the past few weeks, and one of which, maybe one of the funnest of which to me, has been the fact that we've been able to talk a lot about grapplers and create some original content on our hi.page/grappling hour. You can see some great stuff there. There's content that you only see behind that paywall. So if you want to become a member and support us, we'd love it if you'd go there. Again, hy.pag/grappling hour. And Steve ends up getting the win and is immediately flexing to the crowd. John Morgan is mentioning that they did hit a little bit of a stalemate, which, sure, but it was a very difficult guard to pass, and I feel like Steve did an excellent job, especially in the last 2 minutes, putting it on so that he made a good impression. So I just want to make sure that you guys get that and are watching along with us. So I guess what I'm saying to you guys is, welcome to the show. I hope that you're enjoying your day. Talk to me in the comment section. And again, if you give us a like and a share on your social media of this broadcast, we will give you a cheers on air. It is that easy, just like we do those fighters that get finishes within regulation. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little commercial here. We're going to be right back. And I'm actually going to be going live very shortly on the Instagram and on our other channels. So I hope that you guys don't go too far, because we still got a lot of show to get through, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy a lot of the shit that we have in store for you. So why don't we go ahead and first start by telling you a little bit about what you can expect to see from us here at the Grappling Hour. Take a look at this information, friends. My name is Rafa Esparza. Many of you know me as a friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, but that's not all I do in our sport. I'm a jiu-jitsu commentator, broadcaster, photographer, meme maker, analyst, writer, coach, tournament producer, and occasional athlete therapist. I know, it's weird. I've worn many hats in jiu-jitsu, but the one that I cherish the most is serving as a host. We have done some incredible things over the past 4 years on this show, but starting this Tuesday, we will roll out a brand new experience for fans of the Grappling Hour. Going forward, we will be offering 2 membership-based offerings. Tier number 1 will give our fans early access to my interviews. Tier 1 members will have the ability to see my interviews a month before they're released to the general public. And as a topical show that has a track record of being the first destination for some of the biggest names in our sport, you won't want to miss out on those. Members of this tier will also have access to audio versions of this show in the event that they don't want to see my face, which I totally get. Each month, subscribers will get to see 4-hour-long interviews. Tier 2 members will not only have early access to my interviews, but they will also get to see brand new content that will not be available anywhere else. New premium content includes bi-weekly podcast minisodes. These episodes are designed for the grappling superfans who want in-depth discussions with our guests on topics ranging from greatest losses to opponents that competitors respected the most. Topics will be explored for limited runs, anywhere between 4 to 10 weeks, and will give the featured guests on each episode an opportunity to share the type of unique insight that either gets lost or overlooked in most other interviews. Drill Sessions, a monthly segment where friends and guests of the show will share short videos of the techniques and sequences they're currently drilling in their gyms. Swept under the mat, never before seen behind the scenes footage from the Grappling Hour archives, and short videos and vlogs from the coverage that I do at various MMA and grappling live events. Members will also be treated to show bloopers and occasional clips of my own training sessions. There's also going to be a live chat dedicated to members of this tier that will answer questions ranging from just about anything you guys want to throw at me. And finally, members of this tier will also have the ability to pitch mini-sode episodes and occasionally submit questions for upcoming guests. To become a member, head on over to hi.page/grappling hour. You can also find the link for that page in the description below. Now listen, I know there are a lot of you who may not be able to afford these subscription tiers. That's why it's important to me to still offer some content for those people who want to support the show, but may not have the means to do so financially. So for you, we're still going to offer a condensed weekly version of the show. That show will give you the first 10 minutes of my interviews, and a month after that episode is released to our early access and premium subscribers, they will be unlocked on our YouTube page. In return, all that I ask is that you subscribe to us here on our YouTube page and that you continue to like and share the content that you enjoy on our page. I know money is tight for everybody right now. The last thing you want to do is thinking about having to invest in another subscription-based service. But I hope that you see the value in the types of interviews that I do. I hope you see the consistency of my coverage over the past 10 years, and I hope you see the overall vision that I have for this show. I have never been short on ambition. And for the next phase of this show, I'm taking a pretty big swing. So with that, I'm going to need some support. I hope that you'll come with us and help us become an even bigger and better show. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for even watching all the way to right now, even if you do nothing. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats. All right, we're back. Thank you guys so much for the patience. Appreciate y'all. We're going to go back to host. My name is Rafa Esparza. Many of you know me as a friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, but that's not all I do in our sport. I'm a jiu-jitsu commentator, broadcaster, photographer, meme maker, analyst, writer, coach, tournament producer, and occasional athlete therapist. I know, it's weird. I've worn many hats in jiu-jitsu, but the one that I cherish the most is serving as a host. We have done some incredible things over the past 4 years on this show, but starting this Tuesday, we will roll out a brand... All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Took us a split second to get everything back up and running. I think we were trying to get something going on here, but we do see a little bit of a finish that is potentially happening here. So we're going to give a cheers in just a second. We just need to find out exactly who the person's name is. My apologies. As the crew is basically giving props to the old people, which, yes, that is something we should always do here on the show. Because we ourselves here at the show are pretty old. Will Martinez, congratulations to you. All right, this toast goes on out to Will Martinez. Congratulations. That technique looked really good. Enjoyed seeing you get a rear naked choke. I want to say that there was some old people shaming, but there was definitely some laughs at the expense of old people. And I don't want to name names, John Morgan, but we didn't do that here on the show. So cheers to you. Excellent finish. And look at this. This body lock passing, very good underhook here, smothering, getting the mount, just excellent work, making that transition, going from that head and arm, putting on the pressure, then taking the back, and then making that rear naked choke just happen within seconds. Cheers to you, Senor Martinez. That was an excellent job here. Yeah, I won't stand for them telling old people to shove it, which is really what they said on air. Not going to name names again. John Morgan. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your day. We are having a blast here watching some grappling, and I think that you guys are going to end up enjoying your day. And what we have going on here is going to be pretty epic. So in addition to all of the things that you are seeing right now, you're going to see Koshel and Medrano. Medrano? Don't know how to pronounce that name. Anyway. Give us a chat. Talk to us in the comment section. We are more than happy to keep you guys in on the loop on what is happening. So even if you are not watching right now, we will definitely be able to watch for you. So keep that in mind as we watch and see all of this Fury grappling in all of its glory. So I think what we're going to do here is we are actually going to switch over here in a second now to a broadcast version of this for our friends on Instagram. So I'm actually going to pull this and I'm going to watch it on my computer as well. So the eye line might go down a little bit. My apologies, but it is how you can tell we make adjustments as true professionals here. All right, speaking of true professionalism, if you guys would appreciate a like and a share here, we'd love it. I'd love to see you guys talking with us, letting us know how you feel about the show. And if you don't like it, I mean, keep it to yourself. But Enrico Coco? Cockles. There we go. Okay. That's a name. And this dude is wearing a rash guard and coming out super spicy, slapping the mats, letting everybody know he's some sort of animal beast of some sort. Even though this rash guard, oh God, this dude is angry. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's what you have to do when the dude walks in shirtless, looks like an MMA fighter, like he's got a lot of pressure passability to his own right. Yeah, I think you might need to pump yourself up. So Cacho is definitely trying to come out aggressively. Medrano does not get intimidated and already sumos him to the corner of the mats. Both of these gentlemen are now fighting for some kind of control on these club and digs, and they look pretty aggressive, if I'm being completely honest, in this summarization here. Again, this is going to be an 8-minute match. Oh, that was definitely a slap right there. There was no getting around that. That was a pretty good slap to the face. So, you know, it's one of those people what you look at and they go, "Oh, he fights MMA," and I'd be like, "Really? What gave that away?" What? Him now? Oh shit! What a great slam here by Medrano. Oh, but that nice crunch. Beautiful. Now turning it into a triangle. Huge opportunity here. The arm is exposed. Cacho may have him in trouble. He was trying to figure out if a powerbomb was going to be something he had to take out. But yes, in a very good scramble, Cacho actually had to give up the position. It's just one of those things. You get to a certain place and they're going to make you work a certain way. One could argue that maybe if they didn't touch him and he was able to keep going from that position, he would have had it. But conversely, Medrano was trying to go for a guillotine there, looked fairly sharp, and now they recenter him back in the middle of the mat. And both of these guys, this is not for the tame of heart. They are definitely going out there trying to murder each other. So there is that. All right. Talk to me in the comments section. Let me know how you're thinking, feeling, all of that good jazz. We are going to be here for a little bit. We've got probably about 2 more hours worth of grappling to digest together. So I got nowhere to be. Send me questions, your thoughts, your feelings, all of that good jazz as we make the best of the next 6 minutes of this match, which already Medrano, I'm not going to say he's getting gas, but he definitely looks like he is breathing a little harder here from underneath. And beautiful guard passing work. And Cacho is actually looking like he wanted to set up a Darce, doesn't quite get it. So between the two, they are now looking even spicier and more dangerous on this. So this is how you can tell things are a little amiss. You can hear in the background, my dog is having feelings about me being on air. Originally, she was letting me know she is not a fan of this broadcast. So, it is what it is. Don't know what to tell you, Lucy. Either that or she's trying to tell people that I'm live on air now. Can't really figure out between the two. In between this match, we will tell you what I am drinking, and we will fill you in on that. But yes, we will have, I think after this, about 8 more matches still. 8 more indeed. Now, there was a weird thing that I couldn't quite get a feel on. I thought Alex Caceres was scheduled to go up against Clay Guida, and then I think there was a weird text update that said that the president of the MMA side of CFFA is going to be stepping in to take on Clay Guida. I might have read that wrong. I don't even know. I just know to myself that is an incredibly crazy thing. All right, 1 second here. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Make sure that my dog is not going insane. All right. Here's what's happening. You could tell that she just wants to go outside and she's just trying to get a rung alarm to let me know she just wants to go out there and create the problems. If she comes out this way, we'll bring her on camera. Come here. Come here. You got to come here. Come here. All right. Didn't work. Now we're at a footlock. Medrano spins his way out of that one. It's a very interesting matchup between these two. They look a little like they are frustrated by one another, so it is becoming a little difficult to get a full read on why and what we can expect from this match. And it does look like Cottrell is actually sporting the Patty Pimlet haircut right now. Maybe that's a nod to Owen Hart. Can't tell. RIP, 25 years ago. Look it up. What do you guys think about this highline? Do you think that this is something you'll enjoy in future broadcasts? Because I seem to enjoy being able to look here. I'm going to have to pull that in a second. So, yeah, they're noticing what I noticed several minutes ago, which is that, yeah, they're starting to get a little tired, but you could tell that it's just the body mechanics. This dude is jacked. People, when they are jacked and they roll, occasionally will have a moment where their cardio, while good, jiu-jitsu cardio is just a different beast. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Still lots to watch here, lots to digest. Does look like Cottrell has a pass here. I wouldn't be surprised if Medrano is able to get his guard back, but he's going to have to deal with this top pressure for a little bit. If I were Medrano, I'd love to see him try to get a body lock here, but I'm not sure if that's necessary at the moment. He could still be heavy on those hips. He does get a leg staple through, which is mostly going to hold him in place. And I think if he was nervous about Medrano's ability to get a leg lock, he would worry a little bit more about his ability to push out. But instead, he's countering with a lot of pressure on top. So we'll see if he's able to get something from this. It's very interesting to look at his ability to kind of keep him stagnated here. There's 2 minutes left. Medrano's kind of struggling here. So maybe sometimes if you get to this position, you start to think, all right, if there's going to be a ref's decision, maybe make the best of your time in these moments. So we'll see. Medrano still looking in. Good guard retention. Almost looking to try and get a De La Hiva here, but instead, Cottrell disengages and almost looks like they're going to recenter them back in the middle. And actually, you know what? Cottrell didn't even wait for them to get recentered. Immediately comes back over to connect up with him. As he locks up, he tries to slam down to see if he could get some kind of hooks and get a sweep. Does not get it. So instead now, getting the very beginnings of rubber guard, trying to get him in. Now, this is a good bite here. Medrano could, just ever so slightly losing control, and then as a result, coming in like a missile to try and get any kind of takedown, but now has to deal with a bunch of power countering off of this. Medrano's looking for a guillotine. I don't know that it's going to submit Cottrell, but instead it does keep him at bay. At this moment, we are seeing Cottrell from inside of the guard. 2 butterfly hooks out here for Medrano. Could use it, but instead now standing up, looking to pass, almost looking to maybe isolate a leg to try and take out something here. There is a back take in possibility here if he can get the leg untrapped. 24 seconds left to go, so he's just going to put a lot of pressure on the head without necessarily a ton behind it at this moment. So just enough to maybe make that last impression for the judges, which honestly, you can never tell how they're going to feel. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Last several seconds, throwing up a Darce, which we all know is not going to happen at this moment, but still not bad, all things considered. I would have to say Cottrell's going to win the decision here if I had to pick somebody, just based on his strategy and how he was able to implement it on a very game opponent. And you could see Medrano's pretty winded from that. Good news is the abs look great, so he's in good shape. Not going to hate on that. All right. They're going to announce the winner of this. Give them 2 seconds. All right. While they do this, we are going to take another quick little momentary break. We'll show you another clip from the show. We hope that you guys are enjoying what we're putting out for you. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We are going to BRB, so don't go too far. We'll see you guys in just 1 second. In the meantime, why don't you check out this clip from our good friend, Alan Sanchez, the newly crowned winner of EBI.
I've always been drawing, so I've always liked to keep a sketchbook, like pretty much since like high school times. I used to try to just kind of strictly have like arts and sketches, and then I started writing in them, and then I started buying like little notebooks that were like specific to just kind of writing little things in there. And that, I guess that started pretty close to the time I started doing jujitsu, about like when I was like 17, 18. And it's pretty cool too, because back in those journals, I actually have like little writings where I'm like, I'm going to win EBI. So it's pretty dope to like, have that come around.
Did you go back and find that? Did you see that after you ended up winning it?
Well, I was like looking at that, yeah, afterwards, and I was also looking at those like notes before, and I was like writing stuff like I'm going to win Nogi Worlds, I'm going to win finishers, and then I ended up like doing that, and then I also had the same like in those same like pages like I'm going to win EBI, I'm going to win this, I'm going to win that, and yeah, I have it all. It's all there.
All right, and we are back here. We are now starting to make our way through that card. Our thanks to our good friend Alan Sanchez. Love the shit out of that guy. One of the nicest human beings in the entire world. So Jason Guida is going to take on Myers. I don't know what that's about. We're going to make more inquiries into it into just a second here. As I put this now on my computer, we're going to go live in a moment on our Instagram, so that other people can watch along with us. We hope that you guys are enjoying your day. Do us a solid. Tell us if you are enjoying what you're seeing right now. We got lots coming up, lots more to discuss. We got UFC Fight Pass. I have to log back in. There we go. Once I do that, we should be able to get back to business here, everybody. All right. Again, cannot compliment friend of the show, Jay Regal Budo, enough. He has been holding it down perfectly. You know, I've had the opportunity to work with Jay just once, and it is phenomenal. Just being able to watch what it is that he does live. He is incredibly gifted at this. So definitely love the shit out of him. I'm going to cancel that. We're going to keep coming back to this. And then in the meantime, as you guys are keenly aware, we are in the process of getting signed back into our UFC Fight Pass, and I'm also going to put back up the border on this one thing. So you can tell I do all of the work here. That's how you know this is a Mexican-produced broadcast. I literally am doing 12 different jobs. All right. So while we wait for that to come up, we're going to go ahead and return back to this. I got to tell you, Ben Saunders, very interesting to see him come back. One of the few people, I think the only person still, who has an omoplata finish going against the very game Sean Brady, who is a very, very solid competitor. It'll be interesting to see how those two get matched up here tonight. So I hope that you guys are enjoying what you are seeing thus far in on the Fury grappling side, but hey, we've got so much more show left. Don't even think about going anywhere else. Because let's be honest, there's really nowhere else to go. You can watch some shit, but it's not going to be as good. All right, UFC Fight Pass. Don't need the library. I need to log in. I think the website is actually finding ways to get worse continuously. You don't think that all the time, but when you look at this website and you go, how more convoluted can this website get? They go, no. More. It's a Star Wars more. All right. I'm going to take that off. Jason Guida is playing from, God, these are big gentlemen right now. This is the big boys getting their wrestling in and on. So, eek, who knows what to expect from this. All right. Getting ready to put on this and get ready for some live commentary. You Instagram followers, you sons of bitches. I love you guys so much. We're about to go right now. And then the rest of you guys, if I miss a comment, I'm going to do my best to try and keep an eye out. There are going to be several screens going on, so I'm going to do my best to keep on top of both. Watching Fury F-U-R-Y, grappling. Join in. All right, here we go. All right, we're live over here, and now we are going to be live on our Instagram. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza. We are currently in the middle of watching Fury Grappling Live. You've got, Jesus Christ, Jay Guida and Myers currently on the mats, 5:46 left on my clock. And the big boys are definitely trying to kill each other, which is always fun to watch. As they're currently in the middle of wrestling, you can tell that this is going to be a special brand of grappling tournament. Letting you know, what's up, BJJ Tim? Is that Rice Lord? That can't be the real name, right? What's up, John Cloud? Good to see you guys. And to let you guys know, if you're watching here on the Instagram broadcast, we're also live on the Grappling Hour broadcast. That is the main one. What is up, Kimura Trap Star? Lots of good grappling here on this show. Been very excited. Been a great opportunity to see my good friend Jay Regal Budo killing it on the microphone tonight. So proud of him. Such great work. All right, 5 minutes left to go. What's interesting is when they put a halt to the action, they don't stop the clock here at Fury Grappling. They actually just kind of let it run, and this is akin way more to a wrestling tournament than a grappling exhibition at this time. I would like to say, what's up, Kimura Trap Star? You keep on rocking, you fucking rock star, you. I think that underneath, if this is the way I think it's going, it does look like one of the gentlemen here decided to come in with a camo rash guard. That rear naked choke looks like it is closer to happening than not. There's a back take, and it says, who's competing at the moment? I'm trying to get my Apple TV set up so I can watch. I can tell you that right now. The people who are competing on my screen, you've got Guida. You also have Myers and Guida, which sounds like the most Italian law firm possible, and it does look like we have a winner here. Oh man, both the gentlemen exchanging some pleasantries to one each other. That's you. Please get out of here, man. I'm just, just your ordinary BJJ best podcaster of all time in jiu-jitsu and grappling. No big deal. I'm just like anybody else, But thank you. If you guys are joining along, we do toast those who get finishes within regulations. So we are going to give a toast here in a second to, I believe it is. I like that they're already shitting on it and be like, it was always going to be a tough match for Jason Guida. We do have a policy here on the show, which is to always give a toast to those who get finishes within regulation. What about you, Jeezy Cuts? Well, you don't grapple, so I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to do this. This cheers goes on out to Alex Myers. Congratulations, man. I'm not going to say I wasn't a fan. What you did was really, really good. You got that finish. It did kind of look like a little bit of a camel clutch. It just wasn't fully a camel clutch. You got to extend the arms back and get that, the little back extension going up. But other than that, phenomenal fucking job, man. Cheers to you. Love that. And I'm surprised you could see Guida. He was wearing that camouflage. Normally, I think that's harder to grapple with, right? Don't know. Yes, GZ Cuts, the way this works is we are watching Fury Grappling. It's actually Fury Grappling 4. I didn't know which number it was. I just know that. You said you could tap Sasha. I would love to see that. I will actually, I'm not going to pay to see it, but I'll instigate it. I'll make it happen during my class. I have no issue with that. I think you know that we're a very dumb gym, and we will entertain that sort of a thing. All right, the next match. We've got several left to go. This should be, I thought it was supposed to be, yes, it is Rao versus Goto, which sounds like an anime character. Have you seen Goto yet? Dumb joke. We're going to get through it. I promise you guys. Yes, this is currently on Fight Pass, so if you're looking for something to watch and you're thinking to yourself, well, there's no UFC tonight. There's kind of a UFC. This is it. Daishi Goto That is a name. 5'9", fighting out of Cherry Hill. Good for him. It's coming in with the samurai bun. And already going over to shake hands. That's what's up. You going to watch the boxing fight? Probably not. If I do, it'll be on something like this. Like that people are putting up. This does not look like Rao, if I'm being honest. Did they have a late replacement on this one? Yeah, something happened to Jason Rao then, I think, which is fairly obvious to anybody else watching but me. For a split second, Yarda Marco took a pulled guard. Goto thought about actually sitting to guard himself, opted against it. So very sad. 7 p.m. grappling at Mammoth. Thank you for the commercial. I need to remind people of that. Yes, if you ever want to take one of my classes and you're in the Woodland Hills area, come on over to grapple with us over at Milton Arguelles Mixed Martial Arts Academy, otherwise known as MAMA. It's a great place. They're Mondays and Wednesdays, and my cohort, Gabe Galvento, is there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Goto is trying to get some pass guard here, doing almost a variation of a cartwheel pass, not quite hitting it, but off to a very, very good start. Is putting down some pressure on him. Good leg pummeling by him. So that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. This is going to be a 7-minute match. So you have one with the red. And I can't tell if this is supposed to be a blue or light green thing here. What is up, Dichotomy of the Grease? I don't understand your name. Where does the name come from, dude? Because I want to make fun of it, but I don't know if I'm able to. And if you give me permission, I will. So either way, good to see you, bro. Hope all is well. Looking here right now, as we're making our want to do, 6:28 on this broadcast. Nothing too crazy in this match just yet, but we're just getting started. So I hope that you guys are watching this event. There are several more fights, including the headliners in a little bit. I think we've got about 6 matches left of grappling action. Appreciate the good folks out in Philly putting on a great event. This is their 4th version of a professional card where they do have some grappling on it, and so far so good. They've actually put together some good stuff. What is up, Navarro Eduard? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Some slow play action here as we are trying to get some guard passing. Goto looking very conservatively as to how he wants to pass the guard here. In case you're wondering, the drink for today is, I'll go ahead and brand this one. It's a West Coast IPA known as Bitch Pawees. Bitch Pawees. Yes, in case you guys can't see it. It is a Mean Girls themed branded sort of IPA. Hilariously says is beer carb. And it's pretty delicious. Has a nice little spiciness flavor to it. I kind of enjoy it. So kudos to these folks. So if anybody gets a finish within regulation, we give them toast on air. We also give toast to those who like and share our broadcast. So if you like what you're seeing, we'd love it if you'd share it along on your social medias. That's it. No big deal. Nothing crazy. We're not asking for you to pay us any money to watch along with us. Maybe in the future. No, I'm just kidding. For right now, I think we're pretty happy on doing paywall stuff for Grappling Hour. If you want to see some of the original content that we create, you can go check us out at hi.page/Grappling Hour. We have a lot of original stuff that we are putting up here. Look at this. Chris Henry, BJJ competitor. Well, that tells me a lot about you, dude. Did you think about just taking Chris Henry, or was it important to put BJJ competitor in there as well? Because it does tell me a lot about you in a very short amount of time. So it's probably actually a very smart move on your part. 4:03 left to go in this regulation. And what's going on with this Carl thing? Which Carl thing are we talking about here? I'm trying to figure out what exactly we're referring to on the Carl. My apologies, I'm quite ignorant. Is that one of the competitors' names? But yes. Yeah, it helps you connect with other BJJ athletes. You know what? That's a smart thing. Good on you. I'm going to start putting up on one of my broadcasts, Rafa Esparza BJJ podcast host. Let's see if that works for me. 322 left to go. Nothing super crazy. What is up the dream? And it says, oh, some weird scandal involving Maggie for the Rear Naked Chicks. Yes, okay, my apologies. I was not sure what we were referring to. I'm watching an event, but you're talking about Carl Massara, I believe. Holy fuck, what a situation. We're talking stalking, mental abuse, every kind of terrible, fucked up thing a person could do. Just short. I don't know that we have any actual physical violence here, but there was a lot of threats of physical violence to, I think, not only her, but to other people. And the stalking and the amount of text messages that he sent to her. Woo, terrible. Speaking of terrible, Goto is in a heel hook right now. Or, I'm sorry, he had a heel hook on Yadamarco, and Yadamarco was not doing what I would have loved to have seen him do to get out, but he does manage to survive another day. I want to come back to what you were talking about here. Yes. It's fucked up, man. I'm so happy that the Rear Naked Chicks put on that broadcast. It's not an easy topic to talk about. It's not a popular one. We recently had Meg He on for an episode, and we still got downvotes when she was talking about harassment and sexual harassment in jiu-jitsu. And I could think to myself, I could understand if you don't like us, but I don't know why you would downvote that episode in particular when she's outlining how to make practices better, not just for women, but for everybody, and safer. It did surprise me. So, but it's also a culture that perpetuates it by never doing anything and trying to sweep it under a rug. So that part doesn't necessarily surprise me. What is up, Jadson Galvo 22? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. 133 left to go in this match. I would have to say that heel hook attempt by Goto may be swinging it more in his favor, but it's going to be hard. There hasn't been too much here, a little bit of stalemates all the way through. And it says, I think there's a bit of an old boys club too. Absolutely, Chris Hendry. But think about it like this. One of the things that she talked about in that interview, this is my dog Lucy. She's letting me know she's not happy I'm on air. One of the things they talked about in her interview, do you want to come on air? And she runs away. One of the things they talked about in the interview was the fact that she was almost driven off the road by him at one point. And she was talking about how, like, even in her own experiences, she was afraid at times because you have a large black belt that's trained in how to actually hurt people, threatening her. So what do you think you're going to do? I don't know. I think there's an element of intimidation that is hard to get past. So, yeah, very unfortunate. Goto looking for another heel hook, this time just showing it off and allowing Yadamarco to almost start to pass. Doesn't quite get it. That heel could be exposed, but Yadamarco very wisely pushes his leg back from out of reach of Goto. And it looks like they're going to expire on time. So, womp womp. But all things considered, not a bad match. It's very interesting. I do wonder what the tune-in levels are for this. When we had an event, we did a Let's Watch for this very same thing. I think it was Fury Grappling 3 that we watched along. There were more people tuning in, I think, on that Thursday randomly than maybe are watching here tonight. Maybe it's UFC fatigue. Maybe people are being told they need to spend time with their significant others. It's hard to really get a good vibe off of all of this. But Sean Yadamarco actually comes out the winner. Okay. I mean, that's why I don't love decisions in jiu-jitsu. I'm more preferred on the sub-only format, but this is one where you let them do what they do in sub-only, and then I guess you just try to come up with a decision and justify it as best you can, but not necessarily the best of ways to settle it, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what we got going on. So we're about to make it to our next match here, coming up in a second. I think this is going to be Rocha and Trinity Pun. Trinity Pun, one of my favorites. She's a badass. She's amazing. When she comes in, she's been holding it down. I've commentated on one of her matches. She's a lovely human being and so talented, so young, but has been competing forever. Even though she's still relatively a kid, she's probably one of the more experienced grapplers out there. What is up? Hey, Tinlay. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Hope. I see this. Tina Lay. There we go. Thank you. We are actually watching some Fury Grappling. I hope that you're watching along. It's on Fight Pass right now. We're about to go to the next match here very shortly. I have to say, I cannot put him over enough. So happy that Jay Regal Budo is on the broadcast. The last time they did one of these, maybe it was because they had CM Punk there, but they had Jay Regal Budo on the side. Like they would be going to him occasionally off the broadcast, or he would be on some island at a desk and they'd come in for commentary in between matches. And I was thinking to myself, why the fuck are you doing that? Why not just put him on the broadcast? He is a smart enough guy. He's excellent at commentary, and I don't think they took my advice. I think they just did it, and they made the right choice. But it is very nice to see. So, yes, Tim Williams coming out. And this is going to be Williams versus Myers. Now, on this photo, Myers has a much better mustache than most. I will be intrigued to find out if he maintains said mustache as Williams comes out and takes a giant chug of water before stepping on the cage and is now starting to clap for himself as he prepares to go. It's been very intriguing to see how Fury Grappling has been based out of Philadelphia this whole time. Like they've really cornered that market out that way. And then walking up right now, yeah, look at that. Myers coming in with a very nice mustache. What is up, Redline, Rev STV? Good to see you. She is in a mood right now. That's how you can tell. Things are very interesting here at the Esparza household. I've got puppies that are very angry. They're going to require a lot of my attention once I get off this broadcast, which looks like it'll be sooner than later, so that's good. You got Myers in the black rash guard, Williams in the red board shorts here. So very exciting to have them doing this and continuing the action that we've been seeing all night long. Of course, Ben Saunders, Sean Brady in your main event coming up a little bit later. We're keeping things warm here in the meantime. As a reminder, if you give us a like and a share on your broadcast or wherever you're watching this, your social media, we will give you a cheers on air. So, hope that you guys are enjoying your day. Right now, continuing back and forth, jostling for position, looking to get an underhook at any given time. And right now, you're seeing Williams not quite get as low as Myers, but they're still going to be a little stagnant. They're just feeling each other out. This is an 8-minute match. I think these are actually longer than they were originally. I want to say some of the original matches were a little bit shorter than this. Could be wrong on that. It's just a feeling at this point. But it was something that I remembered, especially with Craig Jones and Sean Brady's match. It was very underwhelming. I had wondered if it had gone longer, what would have happened, but Sean had a very good strategy of neutralizing everything that Craig Jones is good at. There's a takedown here, but there's also a guillotine that it does look like Williams has to be respected of. Myers is a little bit off to the side. He's going to have to give up this pass, but instead looking for a no-gi Ezekiel from underneath, like Alexander Olisnik, but not quite there, as Williams does manage to get out of it. This does kind of tell you, though, that Myers is pretty dangerous from even being off of his back and with his guard passed. So those are the worst kind of opponents to have. What is up, K. Rose? Appreciate you dropping by, good sir. In case you're wondering, I think Clay Guida is grappling tonight. Can't really tell. Think they might have lost Alex Caceres. It says it was 165 no-gi super fight. There was a weird text that UFC Fight Pass sent me and said, "Can you believe that our president is going to step in?" And I go, I don't know what that means. It says here audio is super low. Interesting. Might actually just be the fact that I am on my headphones. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm just going to pull this closer then. Eek. Yeah, apologies on that. I'm having to go off of my other broadcasters. We have two things going on right now. Appreciate that. Hopefully, even just pulling this closer, audio is fine for me. Oh, well, then it's your fault, Kevin Rose. There. Thanks, that. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, while you're complaining about audio, ooh, shit. That is a good heel hook attempt. It does miss. What is up? Gall 3S. Tina, thank you for telling me. Everybody's right. Kevin's wrong. We should always just know that. What is up, Secret Jiu-Jitsu Club? You are probably watching. I hope so. Good guillotine attempt. Woo! But a beautiful escape by Williams, who now has the back again. This is going to be somebody who is going to have some good attacks here. This is definitely going to play very well in the judges' opinions because we have seen a lot of these matches go to judges' opinions on them. So I would call it judges' decision, but like it's really just a flip of a coin on a couple of these. However, one thing, not a flip of a coin. Body triangle proving very problematic for one Myers, even though good mustache is being had on his part. So let's talk about a few things. We have a few matches left to go. This is match number 10. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to go. And what do we have coming up? We have big competitor, ADCC qualified athlete, one JayRod, the brother of Nicky Rod, who is a monster in his own right. So very excited about that. So in those 5 remaining matches, you're going to see Trinity Pun coming up very soon. You've got Dixon versus Small, Rod versus Rocha. I thought it was supposed to be Caceres versus Guida. Who knows? And in your main event, you've got Ben Saunders versus Sean Brady. And it's weird because the momentum seems to be on Brady's side. He's been very active, especially in the UFC. Excellent grappler in his own right. Has a win over Craig Jones. Though it was one of the more boring fights. And, he could very well have something to come out here with and beat. However, Ben Saunders isn't bad at jiu-jitsu, man. He's got a weird-ass body. He's able to pull off an omoplata in an MMA fight. One of the few, if not the guy who's done it in the UFC. So in that respect alone, you can probably watch with some enthusiasm. What the fuck is even happening? I'm hearing things in the background. I think my dogs were up to some bad shit. We'll find out a little bit later. Secret Jiu-Jitsu, what are you most looking forward to in the next few weeks? You've got some excellent things coming up. I know that for sure. But you've also got competitors that you sponsor who are going to be doing some big things. Always look forward to seeing one of our mutual good friends, Senor Keith Kikorian, doing big moments, getting lost across the pond, like Kevin McAllister. I just hope there are no goons coming over to try and take him. That's just my dog. She's just drinking water. You ever see your dog do something that's completely normal, like eating or drinking water, and think, what are you up to? What is up, Ross the Boss, Gorilla Gus? And it says, amazing matches with amazing athletes for sure. Absolutely. That's good stuff. So Myers, although very good off the back, not being able to pull off too much here as both these competitors look like they're about to go over the edge. They do not. And it says Polaris will be Amazing Team USA versus Team Brazil. Actually, that is. I'm not going to be able to do one of these for that one, but I am very much looking forward to that card. It's interesting, though. I feel like the American team is like... how do I put this? I feel like the American team is like a little bit better in terms of the bigger names that we have, because I feel like Brazil, if they lose, is going to be like, you didn't even get the best Brazilians. So I'm kind of preparing for that in the back of my mind somewhere, because I know how people tend to argue things. Myers coming in with a rubber guard, isolating that right arm of Williams, kind of going for that go-go clutch sort of setup. What is up, Dustin? Nemesis? Just kidding. One of my best training partners out there. Dude's a monster. Every time I work with Dustin, I got to get better at like 12 things. Always love training with him. Looking to get some good rounds in this week. Oh, and Dustin, like, I'm getting fat, dude, so we got to schedule something, because Fatty trying to eat and drink this weekend, so I can't just have this beer for no reason. All right. You can see Williams kind of holding the jaw here for a second. We get the official decision in. We're going to get you guys your winner. And unfortunately, since there was no submission in this, there will be no cheers, no toast to your winner. So the judges now are going to the decision, and the decision is going to go to Williams. Congratulations are in order for him. All right. We've only got a few more matches left here. Do not go anywhere. Tim Williams picking up the win. Trinity Pun is about to make her way out to the grappling mats in just a few seconds. And Williams, as soon as the match is over, goes straight back to his water jug and just downs it. My man is definitely keeping his hydration up. Are any of you watching this, or are you just hearing me describe it? I would love to get the numbers on these things, because UFC, any digital streaming service, they never tell you how many people tune in. They just say, like, in a press release, Fury Grappling crushes it in demo. And you're like, but how many people tuned in? Because I don't know how many people knew about this event. Okay, Secret Jiu-Jitsu, you're watching it. I'll take that. That's great. And it says, where can we stream this, or is it closed to those who bought it? Unfortunately, it's closed to those who bought it. So the hard part about doing Fight Companions is that I don't own the rights to whatever it is. And I could put it on illegally, but I know everybody. So not doing that, not losing my channel. So we always add an added bonus commentary, so that people, if they're watching along, they can watch with a friend or several friends who are watching right now. But in the past, we have had people who have shown up for pay-per-views and been like, yo, Raph, give me a link. And I'm like, yeah, pay for it, you bum. But yes, to answer your question, thank you very much, Secret Jiu-Jitsu. UFC Fight Pass is where you can watch it. So hopefully you have that. I don't know why. This Fight Pass, aside from the library, I on a daily wonder, what the fuck do I still have this for? Jasmine Rocha, daughter of Wagner, is making her way on out to the floor. You want to come on camera? No. You're just going to be problematic. Do you want me to chase you? Is that what you want? My dog right now is being a little bit of a brat. When I get on air, sometimes she gets a little jealous. So she's barking in the background. My apologies if you hear that. And, she's just being herself. I will put you on air. I will embarrass you if you are not chill. You gonna chill out? Cool. Trinity Pun, 5'4", Orange County Fight Club, out on the East Coast. Excellent braids, good color, badass human being. Love the shit out of her. I've watched her grow up in front of my very own eyes. I think that she is an amazing grappler. She's also sporting the VHTS, very hard to submit gear. Some of the best people in all of grappling. Great gear. Love those guys. They've supported us at Grappling Hour and Verbal Tap from day one. So always have mad love for them. And we start off very quickly. Rocha pulls guard. Trinity Pun already starting to attack the legs. Getting in a nice staple here. Rocha pushes her away. Tries to grab at the legs. Doesn't get anything. Advances forward. Starts putting feet to part of the hips. Trinity wants no part of that. Says no, thank you, ma'am. Jasmine trying to grab up above. Playing a little game of mercy. Trinity grabs the feet and tries to slide in. And it's something to behold. That's a very aggressive on her part. So Trinity, because she's had experience going up against people who are really good from a young age, like adults from a very young age, is so nonchalant in the way that she approaches her grappling. Can't really bug her. You can't phase her. And right now, Jasmine Rocha trying to counter that by just going very aggressive. And that is definitely a family trait if you are at all familiar with the Rocha family. So continuing on, Trinity, maybe giving her a little bit of space to make sure that she's not going to be able to just kick out one of her legs. Trinity now trying to take the foot, almost for a split second thought about attacking for a toe hold. Now, for a rolling, Kimura has to abandon it, but is right back to her passing position. Rocha puts in a knee to create some distance. Trinity now starting to attack the arms. This is something very similar that I saw that a good friend of the show, Andrew Wiltsey, was demonstrating this week during some seminars. What's up, Jessica? Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Already 6 minutes left to go in this match. That means we've already seen just 2 minutes go by, but Trinity is very calculated on how she wants to approach this. Rocha trying to invert, go underneath her, try and Berimbolo take the back without the gi. Trinity now saying, all right, if we're going to sit down, I'm going to go ahead and engage you right here as well. There is a part where Rocha's now complaining. Not quite sure. She's asking for a towel of some sort. Is Trinity... Okay. I'm not sure if anybody was bleeding or anything. I like that they went when the referee did not tell them to go. The referee literally walked over to get a towel, went to go return it back to the people on the side of the mats, and they were just like, nah, we're going to keep going. I guess it's because the clock never stops. Maybe they're fairly smart and have seen the timekeepers not give a F as they're taking on for how long this match is going. All right. Rocha still trying to get some stuff going here. I feel, Trinity Pun may be making the biggest statement yet. Looking to try and get a straight footlock now, transitioning. May try to hold on to it for a split second too long, but yes, bounces her right back down. This is decent. It could reap, but Rocha still on top of it. There's a lot of slicers and a lot of opportunities here, but now there's a transition of position that is only initiated from Trinity Pun trying to create some kind of attack here. So we're going to see how Jasmine does when she has the opportunity to attack. She's trying to isolate a leg herself. Trinity does not look phased, though. Remarkably, and from inside a bad position while giving up one of her legs, fairly flexible enough to say, yeah, you could take that. I'm still going to try and attack you with my own attack off of this. Starting a reap is Trinity. Jasmine looks like she's a little stuck in the position. Looks like maybe she'll think about going to a heel hook, but instead Trinity now going in deeper, maybe seeing if she can get something out of this leg. There is no pressure, and part of that is because Jasmine is keeping out part of the leg from crossing over, and when it does cross over, she is already able to retract the knee, so there's no danger there. However, she is playing off of her back again. 3:32 left right now. Trinity Pun looking excellent, maybe trying to sneak in an attack here, grabbing a grip off of the leg. Jasmine trying to hand fight it a little bit here, but you could see the setups, and it's not terribly bad. There's an anchor here that's very nicely done by Trinity that allows her to maintain the top position. She's going to try and initiate some additional passes. This is where things will get interesting because, yeah, we're probably going to get to a place where, you know what? We might have to get a judge's decision. And Rocha has just been very aggressive, and you do wonder how much of a factor that plays in. If that or the submission attacks are there. Because if you see something like this where it's a straight footlock and Trinity doesn't necessarily seem concerned, it can be enough sometimes for the judges who go, oh, I think that's a thing. I don't know. We'll see. So, few minutes left to go on this match. 2:29 on my clock. Hopefully you're in the same region of some sort. As we are seeing some top pressure by Jasmine Rocha, we are waiting for people to kind of make the last little ditch efforts here. Trinity excellent in flexibility, almost looking to get this staple off and using it as an opportunity to extend past. Rocha has a leg. What is up, Abode? Hope you're doing well, brother. It's been a while. Rocha again going for a heel hook here. Trinity going to spin right out of it. Rocha rechambers. This is probably going to be really good in racking up those submission attempt points for the judges. At one point, it looked like Rocha was grabbing her hair, and I do think I'm not wrong on this. Rocha using a frame. Long time no see. Absolutely, brother. Hope you've been good. Nice to see you again. It's nice to see everybody. Although, granted, I don't see you here, but I see you in spirit. Some sort of bullshit. Internet. Blah, blah, blah. Trinity not necessarily showing a moment of frustration, but just more so probably like, ugh, can I get this footlock already? And Jasmine being very savvy as to how to keep her legs safe and out of harm's way. Trinity tries the reap. Jasmine puts in an elbow on the inside to block it from coming all the way through. Now comes back, tries for a heel hook of her own. Trinity's still not really giving a fuck. It'll be interesting to see if she no, you know what? I think Trinity's just got rubber feet and is like, it's fine. You can try anything you want here. I feel pretty comfortable. The problem is how much it's setting up. Although, Rocha has a good arm lock here, tries to finish it off, but Trinity, like a fucking champion, has no issue letting her arm get a little bended, if only to maybe create a false sense of danger. Trinity now rechambering. I mean, here's the good news. This has at least been entertaining in the sense that both of them have been trying to kill each other for about 8 minutes time, and they're going to run out of time here. You might, if you're thinking about who made the bigger impression, you might be pressed to think that Jasmine picks up the win here. We will have to see. Trinity and her exchange a quick hug, and they go on over. We're going to get... no! Sorry about that. I went to go turn on the volume, and I knocked this over. But yes, it looks like in a second. And they are now about to get some judging criteria, and yes, they're going to give it to Jasmine Rocha. Congratulations to her. However, with no submissions, that means that we will not be giving them a toast on air. So Jasmine goes over to shake Coaching's hands. Wagner, very happy. Have not seen him in a bit. And Wagner, make your point to the camera, and there you do. Says, we welcome you to Victory MMA's open mat Sundays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in San Diego, whenever you're in town. You know what? I never know when I am, but it's been a while since I've been to Victory. I definitely have been there. I've trained one of my good friends, Juan Bernardo, used to invite me out that way. Met Adam, rolled with them way back in the day. Echo was there, I think, one day. He's a fucking beast to roll with. But I will keep that in mind, sir. Thank you so much for that. I've seen those things come together, though. That lineup they have. Mwah, beautiful. Next week, they're going to have another UFC fight night. Hopefully, it looks a little weak. I'll just very lightly stream that one, if I'm being honest. What is up, Mauser Jiu-Jitsu? What is up, Bonnie Love 222? Thank you guys for joining. We are starting to circle toward the end of this event. We've got only a few more matches. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but we are inching our way up. Right now is going to be Dixon and Small. Coming up next is going to be Rocha versus JayRod, younger brother of Nicky Rod. And then, you know what? I'm perpetuating that. I'm not going to say that. You guys know who JayRod is. And if you don't, he shouldn't be identified as Nicky Rod's little brother. He should be identified as ADCC trials winner, Jay Rodriguez. Old force of habit, but is what it is. Sometimes you can't ignore who your brother is. We can't do that here, but JayRod's a beast. And if you guys have seen Who's Next, the Flow Grappling version of the Ultimate Fighter that we're dubbing the Ultimate Grappler, what an incredible story to catalog from that experience to his ADCC trials run. And if you've seen the show and you kind of know what I'm talking about, you'll understand the symbolism of that. But so remarkable to see. And we have an interview with him. If you guys check out the Grappling Hour page, I think you'll very much enjoy it. But damn. All right, Earl Small making his way on out here. starting to get in a good stretch, coming in at 6'3", and it looks like he's sponsored by So Right, friends of the show. Love the shit out of him. You got Small, and you got Dixon here. Dixon with a different hairstyle than I think in his promo photo here. Opting to go with the shortcut, having a little bit of the Amish hair. That's no big deal on the beard, but that is what it is. Oh no, we're not ending this. My apologies. All right, here we go. 8 minutes on the clock. You got Dixon in the black, and you've got Small in the white rash guard and blue trunks. So there you have it. That is what we're going with. He's more in the Valley Tudos almost. It's like that mix between almost Valley Tudos and more actual shorts. And both these gentlemen using snap downs to create some sort of action-reaction response here. I think I was told that this shit has to be done by 6 p.m. our time, 9 p.m. their time. So I think they are doing just fine on time. But I did like that I saw that from somebody that's like, no, this event has to be done by then. Ooh, nice flying attempt at pulling guard here. You'll see Small starting to break down the posture of Dixon. May try to climb here, may do a hip bump sweep. We'll have to see. But instead, just inching up a little bit further on the back. Again, thanks to everybody over for this beautiful Bitch Poise, adorable cats. The Mean Girls-esque beer that I am drinking, the IPA, that has been fueling this broadcast and the analysis that you see and or hear. This is kind of one of those, I don't want to say solemn ones so far, but yeah, you're seeing for a split second here, Dixon thinking about bumping and sweeping from here. It does, however, look like you do see, I'm sorry, it is Small trying to go for the hip bump and sweep, but Dixon keeping a very good amount of posture here. And one of the side effects of doing this, oh, there's a multi-view on this thing? Let me see the multi-view. I didn't know that we had multi-view on this one. Yeah, give me 3 up. Okay. Fascinating. Oh, so there's only picture-in-picture. Weird. Oh, no, it's only just 2 events. So that's what it is. When they have 2 events, you can actually do it. I've never done that with Fight Pass. That's how little I've used this Fight Pass. Good Lord. Okay. Go full screen. Thank you. Please fill the grid to go full screen. How the fuck do you do that? Please fill the grid. Don't like it. Exiting out. There we go. Bad touch. That's what it felt like there. Don't like it. How many events are going on Fight Pass that you're really having to take your time? I know sometimes they tell you like 2 or 3 live events go on at once. Who are the people who are watching all 3 of those things at once? I cover this shit. I don't even watch all 3 at once. 5 minutes left. Dixon trying to club and dig here, trying to get some underhooks, not quite getting them. Small. Ooh, maybe went in for a low angle at the wrong time. Now is facing off a guillotine. Has a butterfly hook that can help him. However, Dixon is slowly trying to get past here. He does have a mount almost. Small is doing an excellent job of maintaining that elbow posture, but he may be in trouble here. Oh, he thought about tapping here for a split second. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to tap, and he does. Wow, congratulations. Dixon is going fucking nuts right now. I mean, he definitely was thinking about not tapping right there. That was a beautiful moment. What is up, J House? Dude, I don't know if you're seeing this. J House has some of the most athletic nonsense I have seen on the Instagram. Your reels are great. You're doing great work. The one thing that I saw you do, you did like a frog jump over somebody. I was super athletic, super impressed by it. But you didn't DDT the guy. And I thought to myself, why are you going to like fucking frog jump over somebody and not DDT them? It's just a waste of pro wrestling movement. It's terrible. So we're going to go ahead and give a cheers over to Connor Dixon. All right, that's the full name there. Thank you for that. Appreciate this. Let me just go ahead and give a nice toast to Connor Dixon. I want to tell you, man, I wasn't sure that was going to happen. I saw the grip that you were getting for that guillotine, but if anything secured it, it was your excellent passing as you made sure to kill that butterfly hook. When I saw you do that, the great hip switches, the windshield wiping of the legs, every part of it that got that finish was just beautiful to watch. I don't know if this is one of the first times I've ever seen you grapple on one of these broadcasts, but I'm a fan. Congratulations to you and cheers to you, good sir. You made him tap, and man, you can't see that angle, but he definitely thought about doing it earlier. So that told me the kind of pressure you were putting on in the game competitor that you had there, who was like, oh, I really don't want to. So you definitely stuck with it and made it entertaining for us here at home. Cheers to you, good sir. What is up, Garcia Grip? Appreciate y'all jumping on in. We've just got a couple left with Dixon and Small. That's going to leave us with Rocha and Rod. Clay Guida, maybe, versus somebody, a president of the fighting company. And Ben Saunders versus Brady. So just 3 more matches, and then we're done here. But JayRod, that's why it's so funny. Rod versus Rocha. The interesting thing about that branding is, and I know I'm not one to talk because I've shortened my name to Raph whenever you guys talk to me. Like, JayRod is the nickname. Rod is not the real name. If you're billing him as something, why wouldn't you just say JayRod or Rodriguez versus Rocha? That doesn't make any sense. We've got Rocha versus Rod. Get excited. Rod's making his way out. Look at this. Big J making his way to coach this young man. I recently got the opportunity to interview JayRod. Wonderfully nice, polite, savage, humble. Just starting. He's now a purple belt, so fear that. But there's something to this kid. I can't even put my full thought on it yet. He's very, very composed, and for him to make it into ADCC in just 17 months worth of training, I have all the respect in the world for this kid. So you've got Rod versus It's so stupid. Just put down Rodriguez. Like, it makes me want to be like, Hot Rod versus Rocha. It's very silly. Credit, though, to Hocha over here because he is starting to stand up with him, and you got to figure that plays very much into the game plan of somebody like a JayRod. And there is a little bit of fighting for grips, and this is where you can tell the aggressiveness of JayRod really comes into it. This drag down, beautiful work, almost uses it to flying RKO darce him. He may give up the position now in the transition. Hocha may have just gotten an armbar. JayRod is in trouble, but he's still able to maintain excellent composure, gets the arm out right then and there. What is up, Fernando E. Monica? Is this a joint account? I should make fun of you. I don't have the time, though. Here we go. Hocha now coming in, and I'm going to alternate between Hocha and Rocha, because if it's spelled Rocha, you're in America, and deal with it. But JayRod looking for a heel hook. That's not bad. Hocha is definitely looking at him like, nah, that doesn't mean shit, dude. He's going to try and rechamber with a toe hold of his own, but JayRod, he may not have it fully there, but he is definitely making enough of a tactic in his attack to make sure that Hocha is not able to do much with him. There's a separation of the legs right now that might open it up a little bit, but Hocha now starting to try and grip for that leg. Gave it up for a split second. JayRod's leg is now in trouble. He's going to need to get it out very quickly as he's starting to push it out. There is a figure 4. There's a reap on there. JayRod is now starting to look around to see if he can get it on out of that leg entanglement. It is going to be bad news. If he can triangle it, that'll save him a little bit of pressure, and it is. I would assume this is some great coaching. Can't say it for sure, but it sounds like the kind of coaching you would see from Jay Regal Budo, who's now giving them some direction on where to re-chamber his attack. Hocha now is thinking about it again, maybe looking at a toe hold. Has it? It's got some credibility there. The problem is it doesn't have the bend. And now JayRod, again, looking for that heel hook, has to let it go. If I'm JayRod at this point, I've seen what he can do. I'm probably going to try and get out, duck and dodge, and they're almost going to go into the audience. And it's nice to see the people who are supposed to be blocking the mats are doing absolutely nothing. It's very nice. Wonderful to see. Gotta love it. Anyway, friends, we're getting there, and they're going to give the pass to Hocha at 4:54 left to go. And what I mean by pass is he's essentially passed, but JayRod does have the knee in blocking him. There is a possibility for a sweep here for JayRod himself. He may not be able to get it. Oh, is he going to get a buggy choke right now? This motherfucker. Of course he is. No fucking way. Oh, I thought about it. Uses it as an extension to get out and coming out like a wild man. May have a guillotine, loses it in the transition. Hocha now on the inside of the guard. Try to press down. Jay looking to try and get that arm isolated. Does lose it in transition. Hocha now looking out. Is going to look for a knee bar. It is extended, but JayRod is not exercising any kind of wincing or any kind of level that might let him know this might be kind of hurtful. Still going on that inside heel hook, but there's just maybe not enough bend to it just yet. If he passes it over to the other side, which he does, and now starts to rechamber to attack that. Now he's got two legs. There's opportunities here for him to go off of. Hocha now, I'm thinking maybe he can get a belly down with his version of a footlock. This is a very, very interesting place. The referee is now going to drag them back to the center of the mats. He's doing it by himself, and JayRod extending his arms to try and give him some leeway to get there. So it is very nice. He does regrip even without the help of the ref to enforce it. I would like to see Jay be very cautious of his arm. His leg is clearly still stuck inside of it, but now, oof. That is a beautiful, like, that's not even a wonderful pass as much as it is just a drop down. And for a split second, you see that Hocha thought that he could get his own buggy choke, but instead now doesn't quite give up the back. What's up, Duncan? But finds himself in a mount of one JayRod, who's going to get a gift wrap. Definitely use this. Going into a triangle situation, he just needs to be careful about how he centers himself in this position. Hocha now continuously looking for a way. Oh, the hand over the mouth. Yep, this is some definite Craig Jones shit. Hocha now coming in with a buggy choke of his own. JayRod has definitely been in this, as we've seen on Who's Number One, does get out of it. Streamlines out. Now we're back into a wrestling position. This might be a triangle here for him if he's able to finesse the legs. The problem is he's probably going to go into his wrestling instincts in this particular moment. I would love to see JayRod sprawl out a little bit, attack the arm, go behind. He's already working on the go behind. He can use that ability to triangle from here if he can get the extension, but instead breaking him down slowly but surely, maybe creating almost a crucifix back take, and he almost gets it entirely perfect. He does have an opportunity. He does lose it in the scramble, and both the gentlemen are looking to come up, but a beautiful ankle fucking pick right there by JayRod. Ah, what a fucking moment. Beautifully done, and now has the back again. I'm just going to remind people, 17 months, maybe now in the time I've talked with him, we're closer to 18 months since then. Just something to behold in the way the kid is approaching his jiu-jitsu. Instincts are good, speed is good, and when put up against another competitor who's been doing this for a long time, it's in his family's blood, is quite used to being in bad spots. JayRod has looked very, very good so far here tonight. Of course, you're going to expect that when you have two young kids who just have these amazing athletic abilities. And JayRod looked for a split second like he was about to get up and almost get past, but instead finagles a leg on the inside, maybe looking for another buggy choke here. Maybe, just maybe he's fighting for it with all of his worth. He's looking to see if he can get any kind of anchor down on it and has to give it up in between, but goes right immediately back to his butterfly hooks. There's 54 seconds. For a split second, JayRod thought that he could maybe go for it again, and as he then transitions to taking the back, there's only 16 seconds left to go. If I am a betting man, I am going to say that yes, JayRod has probably done enough. Another ankle pick, and instead, JayRod just sees that one coming, does try to fend it off, but instead, this time, doesn't quite get the armbar in that transition. It's a very solid match between these two young gents. JayRod has a lot to be excited about. He's putting on a very good display here. Very, very good grappling by both of these gents. I'm going to be very sad here in a second when I think they're going to announce JayRod as your winner, and that it is likely they will not talk to him. And your winner is originating from the red corner, and it is JayRod. Jacob Rod is what they still. It amazes me how many letters they've allowed for other people's names, but for Rodriguez, for the branding, they're like Jacob Rod. I know this because I had to message Big J myself when I brought him on the show, and I was like, how does he want to be billed? Yeah, I think you could definitely make a highlight reel of just the nonsense I was saying in this match, just because of how entertaining it was. If I am the organizer of this event, I am definitely calling him back as soon as possible. Love Movement. Hello, Raph. Why, thank you. Good day to you. A good day to you, sir. Appreciate you, Love Movement. Have you guys not gotten behind Love Movement? LOV Movement. They are doing so much work, not just with the homeless here in Los Angeles, where they feed them, give them clothes, provide great opportunities. It is one of the best things that we have here going on every Sunday at, I believe, noon in Skid Row. So get behind that. But if you're able to check out what they're all about, they are a no bullshit charity. You can watch what they do with their money. They are providing a school to people in Africa, these kids in Africa who are in a ghetto slum. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that, but they're in a slum where they don't have a ton of opportunities, but Jordan and his crew at Love Movement have provided a school so that people can not only get an education there, but that they can become what they don't have. And I think that is a super admirable thing. I have so much quote unquote love for our friends over there. Find that out if you want to get involved in that. You don't have to, but it would be kind of cool if you did. Check out Love Movement. You can find them. They're right down here over in this little area. Love Movement. Go look them up. So happy. And Jordan just came back. And happy to have him home because he's an excellent fighter and addition to the group of stellar coaches over at Mama Academy, who I will footlock soon. I think he knows that. He hasn't been around for a bit. I think he forgot how to defend him. That's just my guess. All right, so on this one, this is Clay Guida coming on out. So coming on, and he's definitely running out. Has his brother there with him that day too. I can't tell if he is wearing. Yeah, no, he's going singlet. So confusing. He came out, shirt, looked like they were shorts. Nope, just kidding. He's got his USA singlet and is down in some water right now. So this will be very fun. So I need to hear on part of the broadcast that they're going to talk about with this. Lots of slaps that are happening between the brothers. So Big J Regal Budo is now So Brad Golden, who is a black belt himself, which good, is the CFF MMA president. So he steps in at last minute to take care of Caceres. They're not saying what the thing for Caceres was. Let's just assume it's COVID. Who knows? HIPAA violation. Can't ask. Don't tell. 746. So this is your co-main. I mean, it's kind of nice that you do have a black belt here. However, the black belt is up against a phenomenal MMA fighter, but Clay Guida for a split second was almost in a triangle. I argue he was able to slip out of it because he's wearing the singlet. And I have to be honest with you, that's not a bad America singlet. I just think mine is better. And I got mine from KO Sports Gear. So I'm just letting you guys know. There are levels to this. Levels. Right now, inside of the guard, which is very unusual for a wrestler to sometimes know what to do. But in this case, Clay Guida just trying to put on a lot of pressure. There's no strikes that are going to be allowed. So definitely plays a little bit heavier into the guard of Bolton. What is up, Gnarly Sound? Hope you are enjoying your day. We're watching us the very end. There's this match and one more of the Fury Grappling card, aka Fury Grappling 4. So Clay is trying to pass. There is a leg that is preventing him from doing so. He's trying to pummel through. I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots the legs down and just tries to speed past one of them. And what's up, Drew Jits? One thing that's very interesting, yeah, he's trying to win this by movement. And that's not to say it won't work. In fact, it just did right now as he high steps over it. The problem is that grapplers who get used to having their guard passed sometimes build in fail safes. This, for a split second, looked like it went more into the wheelhouse of Clay Guida, who started to go into wrestling and trying to pin down the shoulders of Bolton. But yeah, this is a very odd circumstance that we have here, that the president, let's just call him president of fighting, president of MMA. What's up, dog? Not much, man. Just chilling. Is having to go ahead and take on Clay Guida. Because why not? What promotion is it tonight? Tonight, my friend, it is Fury Grappling. It is airing on the Fight Pass Network, aka UFC Fight Pass. So hopefully you're able to watch it. I hope that you have it. If you don't, I don't really know what to tell you. It is what it is. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. And I can tell you this. It's been an interesting night. It is not been every match has been fire, but there's been good enough. We just saw Hocha versus Rod, or JayRod, is that actually what he should be billed. And that was a really good match. Before that, Trinity Pun, Hocha was also pretty fun. But, you know, I'm just happy that people get opportunities over in the Philadelphia area. It's been very nice to see. Very happy for the people. High guard here for Bolton, who I'm glad that they were just like, we got a black belt. Just make him go do it. Could you imagine finding that, though? Maybe just hours before the promotion, it's like, can you do us a solid? Yeah, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to go, like, sell some more tickets? No, would you mind going to grapple with Clay Guida? Why? Caceres, you know, he's going to wear a singlet, and it's also going to be with wrestling shoes. So, womp womp. You asked a question, which is, how was JayRod? Did he live up to the hype? Absolutely did. JayRod won. It was a good decision. He should have won. I think he's learning very fast. I think there's a very, very high ceiling for that kid's potential. And he's humble. He's a hard worker. He's very, very, very kind. I would love to see him do it. Oh, God. Clay Guida may have just hopscotched himself into a heel hook. Oh, no. I have to think Bolton saw the reap, thought about it, realized that, yeah, he might be the one to try and attack a leg, and that might be bad form for a dude who's just filling in. Is he with B Squad? Yes, he is. B Team. Yes, he is. Oddly enough, there were some back and forth buggy choke attempts between Hocha and him, so that was entertaining. You will see right now, Clay Guida is in mount on a black belt, so that's good. He's trying to go to high mount here, curling in the legs from inside. Now Grape finds them out. Comes over, goes back to side control. I don't know exactly what this maneuvering is going to do just yet, but we'll see. Bolton has some sort of attempts to get a frame going on here, but maybe not able to do it completely. Guida goes back to the traditional mount, looking to isolate one of the arms to maybe strongman Americana it. Actually, that would be the complete package. If Clay Guida wearing the singlet for Pro America ended up winning by Americana, I mean, it's probably the best of all end results. You rock, man. Thank you. Keep being awesome for jiu-jitsu. That's very nice of you to say, Drew. Thank you so much. I do my best. I love jiu-jitsu so much, and I love talking about it. And oh my God, Clay Guida, don't put your knee on my face, you dick. Ugh. Sometimes wrestlers are so goddamn mean. Yeah, dude, Bolton did not sign up for this, bro. Like, just remember, he's here as a replacement. If you can imagine, you're just in the back saying, do we have anybody to face? Can we give JayRod him? No? Okay. I guess I'll do it. What do you get for a good deed? Because no good deed goes unpunished. Clay Guida's knee to your face. I wonder, again, since it is Clay Guida, it is a name, I wonder if they will talk to him a little bit afterwards. Remains to be seen. As you guys know, we give toasts to those who get finishes within regulation. I don't think we're going to see that tonight. What is up, Ben Jackson? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, bro. How is your jiu-jitsu going? How's everything going for you? I hope great. If not, make it better. What is up, Thomas Koopman? Clay Guida, though, had an arm triangle. I would love to see him flatten it out. Bolton has given up a thumbs up. If Clay Guida probably went parallel to him right now, I think he would have this. But instead, he's just trying to muscle it a little bit. And, oh, he did put out Bolton. No, Bolton's dead. Just kidding. He is lifting up Bolton right now. Goddamn, dude. I feel so much for fucking Bolton having to come in at the last minute to take on Clay Guida, only to get choked for his efforts. All right, we're going to do a toast here in a second. But this is so much. And Clay Guida going straight back into running. So I know kids maybe in this generation didn't grow up with an Ultimate Warrior, but if they ever ask what he was like, I'm just going to say it's probably Clay Guida. Like, Clay Guida is famous for running into the cage, and then the fight ends, right back to running, back out of the cage. All right, let's see if they talk with him. I think they're probably going to have to put over the fact that Bolton, if they do talk to him, came in last minute. So now Jay Regal Buddha is putting over Bolton's triangle where he almost had it. Yeah, again. It's one of the benefits of wearing the singlet. So now they're going to show the better angle of Clay Guida. Oh, he did get the tap. Okay. I wasn't sure if he just kind of almost passed because that arm just flopped on the floor from the outside angle. Dean Thomas is going to talk to him. Let's see what he has to say here. So Brad Bolton getting put over by Clay Guida. So apparently Alex Caceres is back, acted up. That's the first that we've heard of any real explanation. And Clay Guida is putting over Bolton again by saying his armbar looked pretty good at the very beginning. What is up? It's very nice by Clay to put over a friend of the family and sitting on some thoughts. Clay went down a laundry list of people, but very sweet. And then says, give it up for the main event and flexes on you. Good for him. What a nice guy. I have had the pleasure of interviewing Clay Guida once. Oh, they're going to go interview Bolton? No! Brad Bolton is saying, hey, listen, I don't, you know, nobody had to say yes to this. He didn't. Clay didn't. Hmm. All right. Oh, God. Why would you ask him about the choke at the end? What's up, New Ground Jiu Jitsu? What's up, Pico Drawings? Right now, we just saw Brad Bolton get submitted. He's the CFF MMA president by Clay Guida because they had to fill in for Alex Caceres. Sucks. Happens. But he had to Vince McMahon his way into it. So we're actually going to do two toasts. Clay Guida got a submission, so we'll do a toast for him. But then we'll also do one for Brad Bolton, which I think is very deserving because that man actually stepped in when he didn't need to. So here we go. This toast first goes on out to friend of the show, one Clay Guida. Clay, it's been a while, but it's pretty dope to see that you're getting in there. And I have to admit to you, not everybody can really go out there and perform like that, especially when they have an opponent change. A lot of uncertainty. Opponent throws up a good triangle, arm lock. It's tough business. But you handled it. You represented American singlet. But then, I'm just saying, if you're wearing an American singlet in a jiu-jitsu match, I think by law, you have to get an Americana finished. You tried. I love it. But that had an arm choke. Magnifique. Cheers to you, good sir. That was pretty dope. You continue to be great. Although I argue my America singlet is a little bit better. Not important. Cheers to you, good sir. All right. This one goes on out to Brad Bolton. Cheers to you, good sir. I know we normally reserve this for people who get a win within regulation, but we're going to extend this to you too because you did take the match when you didn't have to. Even though you said when somebody falls out, you take the match. As somebody who's put on events, I understand the thing of being the Vince McMahon and saying like, yeah, if some shit falls through, I guess I'm stepping in. So I understand that. But even though you're very, very complimentary in saying how good Clay was, you had some great moments in a match where you had only trained a couple times within the past 2 months, but it didn't show. You had some great jiu-jitsu, and like you said, it's going to motivate you to come back and hopefully give yourself another spot on your own card. Because why the fuck not at this point? Cheers to you. Thank you for saving that co-main event. Good people. And we talk about this right now. What's up, Alma? You are seeing Ben Saunders make his way on out to the floor. He has one of our old good friends, that is JM Holland, who's coming to corner him. JM Holland going for a single curl on the head right there. What's up, Fobsy? Crump? Good to see you. Does look like right now Ben Saunders getting in some water, putting in the mouth guard, and yes, we're about to see him go up against Sean Brady, who is not only really good in the UFC, but has kind of been killing it on the Fury grappling card, has a win over Craig Jones, and his style of MMA, it does utilize a lot of good jiu-jitsu, so I'm excited to see how this match plays out. Ben Saunders, very underrated with his jiu-jitsu. Again, we did mention the motivation and the momentum might be a little bit more with Brady on this one, but never undersell what Ben Saunders is capable of. And it does look like Sean Brady, is this his kid that's coming out with him? He's got his coach, but it looked like there was a kid who was mean mugging everybody and going to flex on everybody in there as well. Either way, good on them. Glad you guys are here for the last match of the night. I hope that you're excited about it. I know that I am. And we're going to watch this one, and then I think we're going to end up calling it a day. But we are very close to seeing the end of this. And just to let you guys know, as a reminder, if you like what you see here, go to hi.page/grappling hour. You can find out not only all of our interviews are behind a paywall and get early access to them a full 30 days before everybody else gets to see them, but you can also go to our premium site, which gives you exclusive content that nobody else gets to see. And I mean nobody. We're not showing those. So if you want to see them, would love it. All of your support and love means the world to me. And if you can't you can't support right now, I would always love it if you can give us a like and a share on those things and let people know where they can find it. All right, 7:33 on my clock. Of course, you see Ben pulling guard. He's definitely going to try and implement a lot of that 10th Planet style of sweeps and playing from bottom. But Sean wants no part of that. Sean Brady already putting pressure on him, trying to put that back to the mat. And he's very close to having a completed pass. I think if he windshields that leg just to his butt and back, he is there. But he is now looking to maybe transition to a mount. I would be intrigued to see if Sean Brady is going to be able to body lock pass from here. But he might be just so fucking rigid like a tank. He might not be able to. I also can't tell if he has an OnlyFans. There's so many fucking brands on his rash guard. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Sean Brady trying to get a head and arm choke here and trying to get out of the guard of Ben Saunders. Does not seem like he's able to do both at one time. What is up, good sir? Thank you for joining us right now. Ben Saunders trying to maybe go to a version of lockdown, but right now more content in this half guard situation. Brady now, grip around the neck, might start trying to take this into a guillotine if he can get out that leg. It is only vaguely trapped. Saunders going for an underhook, but I might argue, even if he's trying to get a sweep here, that's going to leave him vulnerable from a 2-on-1 on trying to get that very strong grip of Sean Brady out. Sean readjusting, might try to go back to that mount situation. Now trying to go past the legs. Let's go of that positionally. Legs still in that half guard. Now kind of at a cross section against Ben Saunders. Back on the mat. This might be tough. Sean thought for a second of just letting that right arm go around and back behind the head. Then thought differently of it. Ben Saunders doing the best he can to maybe get a little bit of separation between the two. Not quite there. I'm weary of how much Ben Saunders leaves that arm exposed. The longer it stays out there, the more you will see Sean Brady think about attacking it. And it does look like he is maybe starting to isolate it. He's coming across, but Ben Saunders, his reach, his arms can kind of connect with each other. So he tries to lock them together to see if he can maintain some distance between the ability for Sean Brady to go ahead and come back. Saunders has an arm around the back of the elbow, but loses the position. I think he's a big fan of this underhook style of trying to sweep somebody from underneath. The difference is when you have a person that's just very heavy and pressure pass oriented, it can be very difficult to get that unless you have the hooks, some kind of butterfly hooks to give you that separation. Because right now, Brady is doing an excellent job of being positionally at a 45-degree angle that's creating a very, very bad position. What's up, Jacob? Very bad situational element for Ben Saunders, who is just getting smothered here. And look, right in that moment, Saunders' arm is in trouble here, but Brady loses it just for a split second. I imagine he's going to have time to rechamber and go ahead and bring it back. If I'm Saunders, I'm trying to bring that back around the head and immediately retract that on the inside of my body. It's going to be very difficult. Sean, it looks very strong in this position. You're seeing over on this side, there is a Kimura over here, and he does get the tap. So congratulations to Sean Brady, who is just swarming Ben Saunders with aggression, with just complete domination on that one. And Saunders is a friend of the show, so I love the shit out of that guy. Again, legend, one of the only people to ever get an omoplata finish in the UFC. This is a tough pull. Sean's had some incredible performances as of late in both grappling and in MMA. So obviously the momentum was on his side. It'll be intriguing to hear what he has to say in his post-match interview as well. So we're going to go ahead and give an opportunity for you guys to listen. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of it, but I'll be recapping as they're saying it. And Sean Brady definitely tugging at the junk right now. Readjusting. Maybe he figures he's going to be on camera and wants to give it the best. He does have an OnlyFans little logo on his rash guard there. So, weirdly, Sean has something that says protect your neck, but there was no such warning on his arm attacks here. We'll come back to talking about that when we do his toast, because he did get a finish within regulation, which means we will give him a cheers on this show. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. What's his face? Jay Regal Budo's explanation of that Kimura. Just beautifully done. Dean Thomas with Sean Brady right now. Sean Brady is putting him over by saying, hey, it was an honor to compete against Ben. He flew, I'm not sure from where. Somewhere. Sean Brady is saying he credits a lot of it to just his training camp, how hard he's been training recently to get ready for this match. So they're asking him now, who are you going to fight next? And he's like, I don't know. Do you know Dean Thomas? He's probably going to do a last minute push. It's very sweet. Puts over his friends and his family. Gives a bro hug to Dean Thomas. And, oh no, they're going to bring back over. This is such a weird thing to interview the person who does not win. But I hope that Ben takes this opportunity to plug. What's up, Monte? To plug his new gym out in Florida. Ben says he's pretty disappointed in his performance, but, you know, is what it is. Dean Thomas, listen, bro, I need you to be asking better questions here. I don't know if they're feeding this to you from the truck, but woof. All right, Ben Saunders, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Friend of the show. We got love for you, man. Eek. All right, let's talk about a few things. First and foremost, thank you so much if you watched, you stick around, you enjoyed what you saw, we'd love it if you go to hi.page/grappling hour to find out how you can support us more. We have memberships for our grappling hour. We also have our broadcasts available on our YouTube page. You can find that at /YouTube grappling hour. You can also find us at grappling hour on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all of the good stuff. We always appreciate it when you guys interact with us. We've been having a lot of people interact with us on Twitter recently, and I've been so happy about that because I love using words and writing, and I think it's so great when people interact with us. It makes this whole thing feel so fun. We've got some stuff we're working on. I can't say what it is just yet, but just know some of the guests that I'm working to get, I think they're going to give us some great content. So if you want to know what it is, stay tuned. Watch us on Instagram at Grappling Hour, at Verbal Tapcast. Keep up with us on the show, all that good jazz, because I think you're going to like who we're lining up for both Verbal Tap and for Grappling Hour. But Grappling Hour, hi.page/grappling hour. I think you'll enjoy it, all that good jazz. It would really mean the world to me, again, if you go ahead and give us some support. But I'm going to pack all this up because I'm looking to book for tomorrow's interview on location, and we're working on tomorrow, and we're working on next week's interviews. So until then, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you ever want to get in on our mailing list, all you have to do is go to hi.page/grappling hour. At the very top, we have a mailing list, and we're about to give out one premium month-long subscription so you guys can see the type of content that we are creating here on this show. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I think that we are doing some really fun stuff that I hope you enjoy, and I think you will. So that's going to do it for us here at the show. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.